Hey everybody, it's Mike, aka That Reseller Guy. Here on Monday morning, we're ready for a weekend full of sales. It was really good. Lots of items sold, good dollar amounts, lots of cool stuff. I got a lot to go over with you. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope you found some good stuff and your sales were good as well. So originally, I said last week in one of my messages that I was going to show how I shipped everything this week so you can kind of see how I go through the process. But there's 20 items back here. It would take me forever. This video would be like half an hour, 45 minutes if I showed you exactly how I shipped every item and I went through my sales as well. So I'm just going to go through the sales. I will quickly show you how I'm going to ship a couple of the items, but let's get to it. So yeah, as I said, I had 20 sales for $680.82. That's about a $34 average. Again, that's lower than the plus 40 that I'm trying to hit each time. But I did have some cheaper sales in there. A lot of items sold for around $10. But it was a lot of good stuff. I did price stuff cheap when I was listing it last week, trying to get some fast sales on a few items, and it definitely worked. So here we go. Let's check everything out. Okay, the first item is this photograph. It is from a movie from like 1962 called That Touch of Mink. In the middle is Doris Day, and then we also have Mickey Mantle and Roger Maris in the photo as well. I had several of these. These I picked up at a local sports auction. They were just thrown into a box of stuff. I really have very little of anything into these photos. It sold for $9.99 shipped. It's going to go real easy. I'll put it into an 8x10 rigid holder, and that'll go into a rigid mailer, ship off for about $3 and change. The next item is 2 cassette tapes. There are some cassette tapes like these that sell for really good money. They're not your standard tapes. These are TDK. These are metal MA110s. I paired the two of these together, picked them up at a Savers. They were in a bag with some other metal tapes that were Sony's. Those are listed separately. But just for these 2 tapes, I got $29.99 shipped. So yeah, 15 bucks a tape on these. Next, we have a stack of 45 records. These, along with some others I picked up at a local box lot auction. There was probably 200 records in the lot, all with the original slip sleeves and everything. The only reason I bought these is because they were all from the 70s and 80s. So a lot of good music, a lot of good bands and artists, but none of them individually sell for a lot. Yeah, you could put these on eBay, put them out there for $3 to $5 plus shipping and wait for the little sales come trickling in. I'm not doing that. It takes too much time. They don't sell that quickly, so decided to just do a couple lots. This has 50 of them all together, and they ended up selling for $29.99 shipped. Next item is this stack of, they're basically Pokemon cards, but these are all in Japanese, and they all say Pocket Monsters on them. You can see how they're written in Japanese. Every card is that way. These were from 1996. They don't sell for a ton individually, but again, like anything, you could piece them out at $1 or $2 a piece if you want to wait for the sales to come trickling in. Again, I'll just bundle the 35 of these together. It went for $10 or $9.99 shipped. The vintage comic books have been continuing to sell. Very happy that I picked those up. Again, those were from the local box lot auction. This one is Legion of Superheroes issue number 1. So good comic here, but again, these aren't high quality, really good condition comics. They're all mid-grade or mid to lower grade, what you kind of call reader copies. Someone that wants this in their collection, but they're not willing to part out a lot of money for a really nice, crisp condition. Ended up getting $9.99 shipped for this. All right, we're going to continue with the $9.99 theme here. This is a signed cut from Arthur Godfrey. Now, you can see a signature there. It's a really vintage signature. Even the pen, you're starting to get some discoloration in it. They started out black, but with that vintage ink, it starts to turn almost reddish and kind of fade a little bit. At the local sports auction, I bought several, we'll say, celebrity and political autographs into one lot. I probably have just a couple dollars into this one. This wasn't what I was buying it for. It was the other ones that are still in my store. This one, the way it is, unauthenticated, even though I know it's good, sold for $9.99 shipped. It's just not worth spending the money on the authentication for cheaper autographs like this. This one's already all bagged up and ready to ship. This is how I had it stored. This is a Lego Ninjago set. Now, it is complete. It was just out of the box. 2 of the packages were still factory sealed. One of them had been opened. So I verified that the parts were there. All 3 minifigures from the set were there. And that was good because this is a fairly rare set. This is a Lego Ninjago Gold Dragon set that also has like a gold Ninjago figure. This was hanging in a bag at a Goodwill. They had it for, I can't remember, it was $2.99 or $3.99. Had the instructions with it. Picked it up. It was a good thing because it ended up selling for $39.99 shipped. Here's some more vintage comics. This is another lot that I put together. These are all DC. They were all from the 70s and early 80s, but none of them by themselves were really worth a ton. Again, that $2 to $5 range for each comic. I decided I'd just bundle all of them together. I actually put 8 quantity in my description, but it ended up being 9 comics. No real great names. Probably the best one is maybe these Secret Origins of Superheroes. You got Justice League. But again, you got Superboy, Firestorm, Karate Kid, Commandy, Creeper, Doorway to Nightmare, and Supervillains. So, like I said, no real great names, so that's why I bundled them together. Ended up going for $15.99 shipped. This bundle of film was just in a lot that I picked up at the local box auction. I didn't buy it for the film, I bought it for the camera and the other parts that were in there. Haven't got those listed yet, but I need to get that done. So these I just pulled out. I knew they would sell quickly. Took a couple pictures, listed it for $9.99 shipped, and it sold within a day. Here's another item that was in a box lot that isn't what I was purchasing it for, but it was just a piece that I knew I could get a little bit of money for. Bought it for some. Actually, I think this was in all the video games that I bought. This is a Michael Jackson DVD from a concert at Wembley Stadium. New sealed. It's still got the original price tag of $13.99 on it, but I sold it for $9.99 shipped. Almost escaped the whole weekend without a Mike Piazza sale, but I did sell one card. This is a dual card. This has him and also a pitcher from the Mets, Al Leiter, on it. The 2 of them together, it went for $9.99 shipped. These were the next item. Nike hockey gloves. These would fit me. I like selling sports equipment, especially good quality items like Nike, Bauer. We're starting to find a lot of hockey gear out here in Arizona. We do have a lot of hockey rinks here. A lot of adult and youth leagues going on. If you can pick these up at a good price, always do it. This pair I picked up for $7.99 and it ended up going for $39.99 shipped. You can just put them into a poly bag and send them out like that. I don't. I put them into a box and send them off. It's going to be going priority anyways. That way I want to make sure that they're protected. Now check this out. When this was on the shelf, I didn't really know exactly what it was, but I saw this on the top. I knew that brand. I knew it was a cycling helmet, so opened it up to check it out. And it was this really cool one here. Really nice helmet. They had it marked $17.99, so I had to do a little research to make sure. What I found out is these cycling helmets, or the helmet case, sells for $20 to $25 just by itself. When I picked this up, I picked it and another one together, so I got 2 of them. The other one is still in my store. It's more expensive than this. This I had for, I think, $150 in my store for quite a while. Didn't sell. Marked it down to $99.99. This is going GSP. It's going over to Kentucky, and they'll ship it off to whatever country it's being shipped to. I hadn't looked it up yet. I will, and I'll put down at the bottom what country it's going to. Fantastic pickup. Ended up selling for $99 shipped. Sold a couple of these 32X video games that I picked up from the lot that I have showed in a couple different hauls. These were 2 of the better games out of there. We had Tempo. Again, these are for the Genesis. These are 32X versions, and we had Mortal Kombat 2. These were items that I listed on both eBay and Amazon, and again, they sold on eBay quicker. Very surprised. eBay has been outperforming Amazon when I dual list these. I think every item I've dual listed has sold on eBay first. So again, definitely a trend I will continue to do here in 2020. Tempo went for $59.99 and MK2 went for $49.99. Sold another Dirk Nowitzki jersey. This I sold at 20% off offer that I sent to somebody. Originally had it at $14.99 and they bought it for $12.79. Sold another one of these Disneyland Star Wars Galaxy Edge Sprite bottles. I think I only have one left. I think I have one Coke or Diet Coke left in my store. These sold really well. This sold for $12 shipped. These sell for $6 full. This is an empty bottle over at Disneyland. So if you're at Disneyland and you're going to the Star Wars area, you pay a little more for these. Again, they're $6, but you can get $12 back off of eBay. So buy some of these. All right, we're getting down to the last few items here. This is a Zoids. It's a Reseller. That's what creature this is. These are like little model kits that you put together. Some of them have motors. Yeah, this one does have a motor in it as well, so it moves around a little bit. Sold a few of these in the past, so I know to pick them up. They don't go for huge money, but they do sell really well. This I picked up for just a few dollars, and it ended up selling for $29.99 shipped. It is fairly light. It's going to be close to that 1 pound mark. Next, we have these two figures. We have Peter Pan and Wendy. Now, my picture will show a set of 3, because that's originally what I was listing. I was listing the set of 3 with, so it had Tinkerbell, Peter Pan, and Wendy for $99.99 shipped. Had someone from Canada contact me, said that they just wanted these 2 figures. So I sent them an offer of $70 plus shipping, and they took it. So they're $90 all in for these 2 figures, going up to Canada. Picked them up for $10 a piece at a local thrift store. Really good flip. All right, we're getting down to the last item here now. As always, thanks everybody for watching. I really do appreciate you all sticking in, especially if you waited out till the end here. Get to the last item. I try to save the best item for last to make you stick around to see the coolest thing. Maybe this isn't the coolest thing to you. I don't know. Either way, hey, everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks to the new subscribers that have been coming in. The count's been slowly trickling up each day. Hopefully you're finding some good information, some good bolos, some, cool stuff. Just neat and interesting, I think. So thanks for watching. Here's the last item. This is an OGIO brand Dynamic Discs backpack. Now this is for disc golf. Has several zippers and pouches on here that you can keep. I won't call them frisbees because I don't think they like it when you call it frisbee golf. So it's disc golf. This was used from a Goodwill. I paid $14.99 for it. Did have a couple cosmetic little issues. There's a small little hole right here. Checked out the comps, knew that they sold really well. I think this sold in less than a week. Sold for $79.99 shipped. Now it is a fairly big item, so it's probably going to cost me, $15 or so to send out. But still, I'm going to end up having about a $40 net profit on this. All right, that's everything I got for today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't, hit that button down below and give this video a thumbs up. Thanks. We'll see you next time.